intro, isn't it?
Miserable, mate. I'm 40 tomorrow.
Here we go, boys. Back. Episode 3, the gammon 40th. Oh, you can tell someone's turning 40 in the morning. We got single Steve in the house. How you doing, Steve?
Not too bad, thank you. Hello.
Found any funny yet?
Not that much, in all fairness. Still
When you say not much, are we talking absolutely fucking
Zero.
next to nothing, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any
Still
news?
out there, still waiting for
Any
the
news on the
request.
divorce?
Proper solicitors going through it, got filed with the
Again,
courts
probably shouldn't be talking about that. I say it every week.
yesterday, well, the other day, so.
What's that? What's that?
Oh, gee,
Why does that come on whenever we talk about your divorce?
No, it's like it's fucking meant today.
Strange that. I think the mixing was a bit better this week because you didn't have Alexa go, point.
I think just cut it down to she's a gold
I haven't really
digger.
got that far yet. We still haven't got a sponsor.
No.
3 episodes. Obviously, we were very established before, but that was just audio. We had sponsors.
I'm thinking the Amalgam Con Club now, possibly. They should be sponsoring it.
I'm representing my jiu-jitsu club.
Oh, I noticed, yeah, I seen on the back, check a mat.
Check mat. Do jiu-jitsu, I don't know if I've mentioned that before.
No, it's always a first.
Juki's doing it now.
Yeah, Dukey's going quite good because methodical, isn't he? Because he's not Sparky, a mechanic.
Nasty fucker, yeah. Yeah,
He's
fuck,
strong.
Yeah, mechanic.
He's strong. He went with Laura though, and she battered him, which was quite funny to watch. Neil from Squeaky Neil that I keep mentioning.
Yeah.
He had a kid this morning. Or his
Oh,
wife
he's the
did.
giant.
Yeah.
Giant. Yeah.
It was a-
Giant
well,
haystacks.
It was born a boy, but they're going to let it choose its gender because it's like
Yeah.
2021 and that's what you should do. I
Yeah.
can't remember what they called it, so we'll just call it Stuart for the minute. But congrats to Squeaky Neil, the
Yeah.
6 AM Death Club. Good guy.
Yeah.
Squeaky though.
Was it due for a job? I can't remember what you said.
Works Packer on the roads, doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
Whatever
right,
it is
yeah.
they do. I don't really know what they do.
It's Western Power.
No, it's not. It's.
I thought Packer worked for Western Power.
I think they Wales and West. I think could be wrong.
I could have sworn I seen a Western
You
Power.
just get we're working all night, but you never see them working.
I seen Packer on outside of.
You probably saw
Close
outside
to
fucking
Tesco's.
McDonald's. It's always at McDonald's.
You see?
Mm.
I could eat McDonald's. I'll be the size of a house.
Yeah. So if we get anyone that wants to sponsor, what are you doing, Steve?
Nothing.
Anyone that wants to sponsor us, that would be nice. Or anyone that wants to date Steve.
Yeah.
You just looking for women, or would you consider men?
No, just women.
Just
Just
women?
man kind of guy. Yeah.
It's holding out for me.
Yeah.
No, fair enough. What's your type, Steve? So our listeners all. I mean, if we had listeners in the first episode, over 200, isn't it?
Oh yeah, we're at this. Yeah, we've got 200 odd views at the moment.
That's fucking immense. And you still can't get a date.
And I still can't get a date.
What's your type, Steve?
Obviously,
Obviously,
with a couple of O's really.
obviously 6-pack, ginger, and Moody's out of the equation. Been there, done that. Cost buzzing, going £3 grand. Anyway, last episode was Dan. I enjoyed the last episode. I thought it was alright, although didn't really establish what conspiracies Dan was in.
He really liked the one where it's basically controlled by a higher power.
Yeah.
Like you kept saying the Thingy Brothers.
Well, I said the other day that we're living in a simulation, which is why you've never seen baby pigeons. Think of that. Never seen a baby pigeon. You still can't get your head out of it, can you?
But you've seen.
You
Well,
don't
what?
see baby pigeons.
You don't see baby
You've
pigeons.
never seen it.
It's a simulation. We live in a simulation.
But maybe they're just big babies and they
No,
all
they're
look
not,
the
mate.
fucking same.
Only small eggs though, aren't they?
I don't know. When was the last time you saw a pigeon egg?
Exactly. We're living in a simulation. Pigeons aren't born. They just appear on. They're part of the simulation.
So why is there other eggs in babies?
Oh, because we need to eat them.
When was the last time you had a seagull?
Look, the Matrix has just made a glitch, right? That's what he's trying to say. It's a glitch.
Yeah.
I
There
believe
should-
some shit. I don't believe that.
You don't believe that?
No.
We should.
Bigfoot's still alive though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you've got to have a population, innit? You've got to have a. They've got to be breeding, haven't they? You can't have a population of anything.
Well,
Like
so
pigeons.
where the fucking Bigfoot
Where's the
are they?
pigeons come from?
Well, pigeons are simulated. They're part of the simulation.
They're thick as fuck.
Bigfoot or pigeons?
Both.
Bigfoots can't be, can they? As you'd have seen one by now. They're clever fuckers. They hide.
But yet they urinate and rape you.
No.
I thought they raped you.
Didn't rape her, mate. They just dragged her off to a gravel path.
Pissed on her.
No, he pissed because he was angry.
Well, you pissed on her, didn't you?
Mate, until one's found, you can't ask him, can you? You don't know. I'm sure silverbacks piss all over the place.
Well, they do, but I know they exist.
Since 1950.
So yeah, we will get Dan back on maybe in the future. I might give him some cocaine next time, so I don't think he talked enough. I like that. He's good.
Maybe put some boxing gloves on him so you don't smash the table.
Yeah, smashing the table. We've got a little table.
Yeah, it was good.
So this is our new podcast room. This is my office. Some of my guitars behind me. My bike's over there. Gammon touched the other day. It was a shame.
Yeah, a lot of people got upset about that and they just needed to chill the fuck out.
Pussy patrol.
I call them all faggots, but I know Nath was one of them. So if I can just say the rest of them will fuck their off.
The whole pussy patrol,
But Nath, you know, he's a lovely lad.
And he's hard as fuck.
He's a big boy, yeah.
Chris Stacey, I'd have chucked him out the window. You're 74.
Yeah,
75.
Chris Stacey can fuck off, man. He ain't doing nothing. But no, I'm sure they're really nice people. But yeah, go
So
fuck yourself. Apart from Nath, obviously.
What's happened to my mic, Steve? I shouldn't have to pull you on that.
Clapping.
You shouldn't. That's better. Make sure that we shouldn't have to.
Every time you stop us and say that, it draws away from. Just keep going.
All right. Well, listen, we got.
Just go.
Yeah. All right. We got Marcus coming in between Christmas and New Year, so maybe like on the I don't know, like the 28th, 29th, 30th. Well, because Marcus lives in Thailand. Marcus did one with us before. It's fucking breathtaking. If you didn't listen to it. I don't know where it is now. He debunked 9/11 and he gave a lesson on crypto. So Marcus is going to... What's that?
So I've left me Rennies up there. So.
Oh, no.
Sorry, keep going. I'll be alright.
So he's going to come on between Christmas and New Year, live from Thailand. He's going to talk about NFTs, which we were talking about before this, which is basically digital art. He's going to talk about crypto again, because it is fucking topical, and give us a little bit of a chat. We might do some drugs on that as well, like as he can get them in Thailand. So we might do like a vape pen or something, just have to get those. That'll be quite fun. So without further ado, 10:40 tomorrow.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Yeah, good. Hopefully it's a good day.
Yeah, you look good for your age, don't you?
Yeah, good, fantastic.
Yeah. You nervous about these questions?
No. I just won't answer them if I don't want to answer them.
We will. We've got to answer.
I'll do what I fucking want, mate.
Okay, no, you will have
Do what I fucking
my
want.
moody cunt today, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I asked people on my Instagram for some questions because I thought it would be fun. Which I didn't realise you were going to be a bitch about it. So, we'll start. Does Gammon still dress like Eddie Hall when he goes to the gym?
Don't go to the gym really, but when I do go, I just wear
Do you wear Boohoo Men?
I wear Boohoo Men, and I generally wear matching top and bottom. Yeah.
Oh dear. What's your favourite brand?
Colour code.
This isn't a sponsorship, but if you want to sponsor us, then by all means.
I do like Umbro.
You do
Slazenger.
Yeah, but you love a Slazenger, don't you?
But yeah, Boohoo Men.
So we're aiming high with our sponsorships.
I'm trying to be a bit more fashionable.
Okay.
Eddie Hall's
Boohoo Men, isn't he?
Boohoo Man. Beast. I won't wear that because it
I
looks
don't
shit.
like him.
I like him, but
I think he tries too hard with the banter. It's like, listen, you pulled 500 kilos. That's legit as fuck.
Yeah. Overhead press, 216 kilograms.
Yeah,
impressive as fuck. 220.
That is, his shoulders are fucking from the
26.
swimming, that is.
That BB's just beat it, isn't he? Last week.
Oh, is he? What, the
big
Canadian?
No, he's African,
I know
Nigerian.
that.
His dad, his uncle, is a king.
No.
Yeah.
I've seen him. He's a big black guy, isn't he?
Yeah, fat, but
strong as fuck.
Yeah. He did it by a kilogram, so. Yeah. I think actually it was a while ago, and Eddie Hall congratulated him and said, "Well done, because you did it in an actual competition, and
Unlike Thor,
not in your fucking shed in your garden."
which is what Thor allegedly
Yeah.
did with the deadlift.
It was a bit ropey, wasn't it?
It
He
was
got
ropey as
his core sports company, or whatever it's not core
But
sports.
it was all run by him, wasn't it? Although they had rogue plates that were.
Yeah,
Come
I don't.
on.
I kind of agree. I kind of agree with Eddie Hall.
I do, on this occasion.
His nerves as well, isn't it?
He did it at the Arnold Classic. Am I right in saying?
He actually pulled it then, did he?
Yeah,
Thor.
because his no. Eddie
Oh,
Hall
yeah, Eddie Hall
did
did
it.
with Arnie there.
Arnie was. I mean, that must be fun.
Yeah.
Anyone that's into weights. If you're doing a lift
Yeah.
and Arnold's banging you on the back,
Yeah.
fucking hell.
And the thing is as well,
Although he's
Thor can pull 600, but it was the first person to break.
500. How do you put
Yeah.
500 kilos into
So
perspective?
I just laugh it off. I mean, he's making shitloads of money now. He's lost loads of weight. He's healthier.
They
the
both.
right thing.
They both are healthier.
Yeah. Wow.
Thor looks insane.
Yeah, he does. I wonder what he's definitely doing something.
I think, but obviously both doing stuff. That would make an interesting conversation. Is if Eddie Hall went on a podcast and said, right, when I was doing World's Strongest
What
Man,
was I doing?
this is what I was doing.
Yeah.
Because he was fucking massive, wasn't he?
Probably about the same amount of tests you were doing that time. When you were doing TRT.
No, mate. Well, when you got kicked off that Facebook
Like
group,
500. Yeah, I think he was probably
No, I was
doing 3
doing-
or 4 times the amount
I was doing
that we were doing when
250.
we were doing TRT, yeah. I'd love to know.
Well, they probably doing
But the
growth
thing is,
hormones.
Oh,
They're eating. They're fucking. I mean, you're talking Thor was 30 stone,
yeah.
and he wasn't fat. I know he's big, but like.
I think Eddie Hall was 30 stone. I think.
Yeah, but Eddie Hall got
was
like
fat as fuck. Yeah. Sleep apnea.
Yeah, they all wear the mask.
His heart went up to like something ridiculous after that pole, didn't he? Almost. They thought they were losing, didn't they?
Yeah, he went blind
Yeah.
for so many hours after. He was in some hell of a state.
He's out of a competitor though, because I remember because he was a national swimming champion, and if you look at some of his times, like back then, fucking the lads are
Legit.
He's a winner. Do you know what I mean? Like he's fucking.
Anybody that passes out regularly doing a lift, like he did, he'd give it everything, wouldn't he?
I always remember.
Big Lols passed out doing the deadlift the other day, didn't he?
Yeah.
See that? And that Gavin
Well, Charlotte.
Bilton, ran over the Welsh lad to drag him up because he almost rolled under the bar and the bar started rolling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You got to
really.
bring their feet up, ain't you?
Well, I think they
Is that
just
right?
wanted to get his neck from underneath the bar, but yeah, you've got to get the blood to the.
I always roll in with a guy called Stu the other day. Big shout out to Stu. Big fan of the podcast. And he was saying that he just didn't bother tapping a while back and just put himself out because he wanted to see what it felt like.
Have you not done that? I thought you have to do that.
No, mate. I'm actually a bit of a late tapper because I'm competitive and I don't want to give up on it. I go to the brink, but I will tap. Whereas he was like, nah, I just thought I'd fucking see what it went like. I reckon he was wanking at the same time.
But you got to do it once.
Yeah, you definitely got to do it once. But
My biggest problem is the armbar. I don't give it up. And then last week I just, it's fucked. Spotlight were on me, weren't they? So I didn't want to give up on it. Yeah. Turns out I didn't even show that footage. So,
what, when you had 6 cameras on you, that made you look really big?
Camera adds a few pounds.
It adds a few pounds.
Okay, no. But I always remember Sir Steve Redgrave going back to and he was on the rowing machine and they showed him getting ready for the Olympics and he passed out on the rowing machine. Just fucking give it his all.
I don't remember seeing that actually.
And that's the difference. That's what's going to make you a world champion at something. I don't bother. I ain't got that in me. I'm competitive. I'm super competitive, but I can't take myself to that thing. I really can't.
No, I can't.
Okay, another question. Will there ever be a boy born who can swim faster than a shark?
Oops.
Can he?
Yeah, I think didn't he?
We did some sort of race, didn't he? But it wasn't. It
Against
wasn't
a
real.
shark.
Wasn't that in the film against Flipper? Like.
He had a big fin on, didn't he, Phelps?
Yeah, see, a shark's not that fast.
Oh, is it not?
Depends which one, isn't it? A mako's the quickest.
They're nasty.
But it depends. Like, I could probably, a nursing shark, I could probably beat that.
What, running or swimming?
No, swimming.
Nursing sharks.
Breaststroke. Nah, they're not that quick. Put me up against, like,
A great whale, a great blue
put
whale.
me up against,
I
like,
think
a
it'd be.
blue, I thought we were talking about sharks, that's a mammal.
Yeah, alright, mate. I'm just saying, you might be able to beat a fucking killer whale. Not killer whale, they're fast.
They're fast, yeah.
Never killed a human in the wild, only captivity.
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating, because they are motherfuckers. Even sharks are scared of them.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what the average, what they can actually swim? How fast they can
Now
actually
it's
swim?
finally
Cancer
coming.
shark.
A general shark.
Well, yeah, about 30
What do
miles
you
an hour.
want? 30 miles per hour?
It's in kilometers per hour.
Kilometres.
Yes.
Kilometers per hour. It's 56 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, about 30 miles an hour.
Divide that by 10 times it by 6.
But you put in a nursing shark and they're
Yeah, you're
pussies,
30
mate.
miles an hour, you're spot on
Shit.
that.
Yeah, put nursing shark.
Well, you can swim 30 miles an hour.
No, I said a nursing shark.
How fast is a nursing shark?
It says about to get one. You can carry on talking, I'm still spelling.
I'm impressed.
No,
You managed to do that first one, aren't you? I thought that was smooth from Steve.
Yeah, he's quick, isn't he?
Siri.
Yeah, no. You all went silent, I couldn't do it.
Questions started to get a little bit darker now, Lee.
Go on then.
This is from a guy called P. Emmett.
Alright, yeah. Paul.
If you were a thief... Oh,
Sorry.
go on, Steve. Go on, Single
Just,
Steve.
25 miles an hour still.
Yeah. I don't believe that.
You cannot swim
Mate.
25 miles an hour.
No.
40 kilometres an hour.
All right.
Up to 25
Well,
miles per hour.
yeah, well, I wouldn't be.
Your best bet, if you ever get
I
attacked
think
by
my
a
best
shark,
is 20.
is to on the nose. Right.
Have you seen the
Poke
new
your eye
little
out.
devices that they've got now? They call it the shark stick. It literally is like a little rod and it sends out a thing. They're putting them on boats and all that now. Just literally disperses the sharks.
I think that's how I'll go, you know. Because of my phobia of sharks from a young age, I think.
You reckon you'll die?
I think that's how I'll go. If I get to 80,
You've got to get in the sea.
if I get to 80 and they go, do you know what, Bozzy, you've got 2 months to live, I'll say goodbye to the family, I'll go to South Africa, I'll get myself in one of them cages, I'll slip my wrist and I'll just float out and go, come and take me, baby.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
I've done that.
You obviously haven't because you're still here.
No, not you.
And you shouldn't do the cages because that's not fucking cool.
No, mate, it's not.
It's not
and you're
cool.
so close to the.
Yeah, but you shouldn't do that.
Tell me
Go
about
and
it. It was-
experience them in the wild. You fucking asshole. It's like going to a zoo.
What? Put yourself in a cage?
Yeah, mate. They bait the
In
sharks.
all fairness,
No, they bait the sharks.
literally
It's not
was-
fucking right.
Well, like, it's a big thing about it that all the locals complain because what it does is it draws in the sharks. Mate,
That's
we're not
me,
even a mile away from the shore.
Lee, can you slide the wine a little bit?
So I generally had it. I thought, well, hold on a minute. If this boat goes
Fucking
down,
asshole. Oh, just.
if this boat goes down, I generally all I've got to do is outswim a few of you, and I'll be all right. And literally, it was a case of that's how I was thinking when I was in the cage.
Oh, mate.
Standard.
Couldn't
We
get
haven't,
any
we haven't
cages.
introduced the wine today. So Gavi,
We have it every week.
yeah, I know, but it's $3.99 in Aldi.
okay.
It's fucking
But
outrageous.
it's all
that.
gone because you bought all 4
Yeah, I
bottles.
bought all 4 bottles and the prints now. If you can find another one.
It's not
Anyway,
bottle.
so Paul Emmett, very, very good friend and avid follower of the podcast, so on top. If you were a female and wiped your vagina after a wee, do you think that you would wipe front to back or back to
Front to back, because you should never wipe to the fanny because you get infections. I know that. If I had
Absolutely
a daughter,
fine.
if I had Echo,
Paul Emmett,
I'd do the same
Paul
on that.
Emmett had another question. If you woke up to Matthew sucking you off, would you go mad and end the friendship or let him continue? Now, I know that you're going to say we've come close to this. Just for the record, I
We
wasn't
haven't.
sucking your dick.
You tried bumming
No, but I
me.
tried bumming you in a kind of roundabout way.
You thought I was Amy, so you said.
So we shared a bed. When was it? When did it-
It's stag do.
Steve sang. Yeah, no, we shared a bed on Stevie J's stag do in London, and unfortunately I was a bit drunk, and when I got into bed, you can't listen to this, mate, I'm sorry. When I got into bed, I placed my very average penis between Lee's bum cheeks,
My very ample cheeks.
pulled him closer and spooned him. Did I reach around?
Yeah, you cuddled in. Yeah, you put your
No,
arm.
but did I reach around to your dick?
No.
No. So, Lee obviously pushed me off after 10 minutes.
What was more horrific, really, wasn't that? It was the
Your
you blowing your nose in the
Really
middle
got
and throwing
beef
it on the
with me.
floor. That's what I was more upset
I
about.
was in a world of pain. I've blown my nose and I'm just throwing a tissue on the floor. I could not stand up.
Sugar-fed tissues, snot.
It's bloody
That was
as
my
fuck.
world the next morning.
Yeah, so going back to Emmett's question, if you woke up and I was sucking your dick, what would you do?
It's too late, isn't it? So just go with it.
Yeah?
Just pull your hair, probably.
Push it in.
What little he's got left.
Oh, here we go. Clip that for the Instagram page. Next one is from an anonymous. They want to remain anonymous. All I've got is their Twitter handle, which is Shani83. Do you have a thyroid problem, or are you just lazy?
Both. Both. There you go, move on.
Okay.
I actually thought that thing I had legitimately on my throat, they thought it was thyroid, which would have explained a lot, and then they got discounted, so which is upsetting actually, because it would have explained a lot of things. I would have been an excuse, but I haven't.
One of our newest listeners, they asked, what's the weirdest place you've had a walk? I confirmed that, and they meant wank. So, I mean, you can tell us what's the craziest place you've been for a walk if you want, but...
it's not really weird, but probably my living room when I was with my mum and she walked in on me.
Did you call her? Was it a danger wank? We went, Mum!
No, she was supposed to be out. No, she was supposed to be in bed. I came home from the Louis. That's when Channel 5 soft porn was at its best.
Oh, what, like Eurotrash?
I just shouted, no, Mum, no, and ran to the kitchen.
Had you shot your load?
Yeah, it was in my hand.
Why did you not have a tissue?
It wasn't that bad.
I've got big hands.
You haven't got big hands.
Well, I've got bigger hands than you, and you're twice the size of me.
You haven't got bigger hands than me, have you?
I've got massive hands compared to you.
I think you have.
I have.
They're
We've
about the
done
same
this before.
size.
No, they're not. Anyway, move on.
But why would you come in your hands?
I didn't. I'm just making it up. I'm trying to make good content. I'm gonna exaggerate on a lot of these.
I don't think you are exaggerating. I think your mum did walk in because
I was exaggerating on what little hair you had left. Come on, move on.
Okay, now, alright. We don't have to fire through these questions. What did your mum say? I'm just curious.
Huh?
I'm curious.
We never spoke about it. I might
Have
bring
you
it up
not?
this Christmas Day.
Because when she
she's cutting into a beef Wellington.
When she caught me wanking, she just said, "Why are you in my underwear?" But anyway. Oh shit! Sorry, mate. Your mum's the same. Anyway, I don't know who this is. He started following me. I don't know who he is. ADSM 399213.
Is that the guy that said you're handsome?
No, we have got it in mind. He didn't say I was handsome, or did he? Did he say
he
Mamil?
said Mamil. He said Mamil. You is.
We've got this.
No, we haven't confirmed on our
So we've got
video one who's who.
Romario, he's called.
He's Mamil, middle-aged man in Lycra, and I'm Squatch because I like Bigfoot.
I'm just saying. Like,
yeah.
Clarified that.
No, he said sexy mammal, and I went, cheers, mate.
It should have been fat bloke on a bike and Squatch.
Yeah.
Because the mammal's confusing, but you did explain it in the first.
Yeah, but we
did a middle-aged man in Lycra.
Yeah, no, we did that on the audio, if you remember.
And then I just put, have a lovely day, and he put, thanks, gorgeous, same for you. And
is he good looking?
No, he's horrific.
Oh, just lost a fucking. Hold on, mate.
Oh, I don't know actually. No, he's alright. He's alright actually. Good looking lad actually. There you go. Can you see that?
Yeah, you're good looking.
He's younger than I thought he was going to be.
Shall I see if I can get a dick pic?
No.
Why not?
Because it'll be massive, and then you'll feel
inadequate. Shall I put you sending dick pic? Can you imagine if he? How big was Packers the other day, by the way?
What?
I showed you down the pub.
I was fucking shit-faced. I don't remember any. What pub?
No, down the Cock Club last Friday. He was in the bath and I went send news and I just got a picture of a cock on his belly. Remember? And we were like, anyway. Do you remember?
Sounds like a
vaguely. You must have been shit-faced. I can't remember a lot from last week.
Let's see what Ramiro Simba. Lovely looking boy. We've got another. Anyway, next question. So this guy, his question was,
how many of these is there?
not many.
Oh, good.
You need to be a bit more tolerant of them, mate.
I thought we were going to get onto like the juicy shit.
We will. I don't think there's much juicy shit to talk about at the minute. So this guy, he said, ask him if he has ever done anything sexual with a guy before.
No, I haven't.
No.
Sorry.
Okay.
Not that, you know, each of their own.
What way do you wipe?
What, my ass?
Yeah.
You wash, don't you?
Yeah, I don't use toilet paper. I go and get wet wipes if I need a shit.
What's he saying, this guy?
Front to back, so I do wipe, but it's front to back.
Fucking hell.
What have you asked this for?
I just said you send dick pics.
And you know you have, like, you're calling me dyslexic. You've written you swinging dick pics. And he's written, what do you mean? You sucking.
I know, just put send in, Steve. So you don't wipe anyway. Explain to people how you have a shit.
If I was going to use a wet wipe, I would go front to back. There you go. That's answered the question.
If you are...
You wouldn't wipe it onto your balls, would you? It doesn't make any sense. That's a stupid question, to be fair.
I'd sometimes give it a bit of that.
Yeah.
But sometimes I don't need to wipe. I just magic.
I'd like to just jump in the shower. But
What do you do on a... What's the weirdest way you've ever wiped your ass? Obviously, I know the answer to
with
this.
a milkshake, chocolate milkshake from KFC.
A fantastic story. Tell us more.
That's
So what did you do? So you went into KFC, but...
I don't like dry wiping. I like having a bit of moisture.
You like a wet wipe, don't you?
Yeah. And there was no sink, so I went and got a chocolate milkshake, took it in the toilet,
Did you
wiped my
send a
ass.
dick pic?
No, I've just read what you've written to him.
Haha, please be clear.
Oh my god. You're going to literally be inundated with
Send him a picture of your face, Steve.
No thanks, I wasn't scared of
Next question. Do you actually like eating gammon?
Yes, I love it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, love it. Honey
Honey
is it
glaze?
maple honey glaze? Yeah, or honey
that.
glaze. Any honey really on it.
Are you wanting to
One of my
follow
favourites,
up on this
actually.
or no?
Nah, just leave him for a bit, mate. I'll come back to him later. Would you rather give your brother a blowjob or let Chris Cox bum you?
Brother. Because I've seen his cock.
It's fucking massive.
Ruin
mate.
you.
Oh, I'd be fine.
Funnily enough, Chris Cox...
I probably would, wiping would be a real issue.
You wipe it. Fucking hell, you'd never be able to hold a shit in after that.
Yeah.
Your
Big
ass
cock,
would
right?
just be like that. Not his cock's out wide, probably not far off.
Well, to be fair, there was plenty of room for blood in it when I saw it, and it was still massive.
He actually came in with a question. He asked if you'd ever pissed on anyone.
Yeah. His
Well, we all know that's true.
So,
his face in.
He was so calm about that as well. It was
He carried me to bed.
Yeah.
And then
Like
carried me
nurse-
to the toilet because I
nursed
No.
you like a little child.
pissed on his face.
Well, no, technically, this didn't you piss on the table?
right,
that
hang
rolled
on.
onto
The story goes, we're in Benidorm, tiny stag do. You got up for a piss. Chris Cox was in the bedroom.
Thought I was in the toilet.
You thought you were in the toilet. Chris Cox just woke up with water dripping on his face. He's looked up to see you pissing on the table.
And instead of going, "You fucking idiot," he
He's
just
just
went,
got up and
"Whoa,
walked you to the...
gammon."
I mean,
picked me up,
that's-
carried me like Kevin Costner and in The Bodyguard,
Yeah.
yeah.
and went to put me back in bed. Then I've walked back out because I needed a shit. Tried the cupboards, and I'm shouting, "You fucking prick!" And then he's gone, carried me back into the toilet,
Yeah.
dropped me on the seat, broke the toilet seat, waited for me to clean myself up, and then took me back to bed. Legend.
I mean, that was...
Hell of a effort.
That is a hell of an effort.
Especially
When you've been on the piss for like 14
I was
hours.
in hell of a fucking state. Hell of a
So you'd rather suck your brother's dick than get bummed by Chris Cox?
Yeah.
Okay. Smith, pretty shit question for Smith actually.
Yeah.
Now you are... Spell it's like fucking him now.
Yeah.
Gammon, now you're 40, are you going to stop the peptides?
No.
Is this... Do you want to explain to everyone why you look like you've been born in Saudi Arabia?
So I was supposed to be flying to Tenerife tomorrow, so I got on the peptides to get a base tan. So I didn't look at like
What's peptides? I'm never...
melatonin. I don't know if that's how you say it. I use it because there's two different things. There's one thing you take for sleeping, and there's one thing you take that's in your skin. But basically, it's the thing that makes
So what you
some people
inject
darker.
that into your pack, is that right?
Into my use an insulin needle and use it
In your fat?
just by my belly button.
So anywhere on gammon, really.
Oh, single Steve on fire
single
today,
Steve.
isn't he?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, fair one, mate. And how often do you inject yourself to look like you? Because you do that.
Probably I'm probably doing it about 3 times a week at the moment, if that.
How do you feel after you've injected it?
Sick.
Yeah.
You doing your sunbeds as well? Or you not doing?
Yeah, not many. I've done 40 minutes so far. That's it. No, that's a lie. 48 minutes.
On the duration of how long?
Over 2 months.
That's not too bad. Actually.
And you look like you've been born in Saudi Arabia.
I don't think I'm that
It's
dark.
just looking a bit dirty at the moment.
My face.
Black.
The thing is, you've got to be careful with it is, the rest of your body isn't in the sun or in daylight, so your face
so your
gets
face got
battered.
darker.
So I've been putting factor 50 on now when I've been going sunbeds.
Right.
But generally,
It does help though, doesn't it? I mean,
it fucking works.
when you went,
Proof that I'm ginger by default.
not
Well, my mum, yeah, I have got ginger
Are you?
genes. What I mean is I go very, very white.
I should try to prove it just if I
'Cause,
it does work.
The hair goes darker as well. Like my beard's not as ginger and stuff like that. Yeah.
I need that.
because you did it when we went to Turkey for Steve's wedding, didn't you? Fucking hell. Yeah, weird that, isn't it? No, it was just as well because it was fucking rainy pretty much all the time we were there. Shit weather. Probably should have.
To be fair, it was hot some days, and I got really dark, didn't I? Besides, I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. Anyway, Dolby had come in with a question, but I'm probably for Dolby it's shit. He just put, if he's having a drink tonight, does that mean Lee is coming out on Saturday?
No, because I've got tomorrow.
I mean, that's just for Dolby, the second most offensive person I've ever met.
Yeah, he is.
That's shit. Like, have a word with yourself.
No, I'll be on top form.
Yeah, you
Saturday.
will do.
I'll have a sunbed day before as well.
So-
Probably that morning.
Not including immediate family, who's your favourite family member?
Well, my mum.
Well, she's immediate family.
Oh! Yeah, I
So
think it's
Al-
Sean, so I couldn't have Sean with the kids.
Forget like Sean,
Oh,
the kids, Scott, or your mum. I mean, your mum's my favourite family member.
So what about my sister? She's immediate family, really.
You ain't got a
isn't she?
sister.
Oh, stepsister.
Listen, you answer the question. Just bear it in.
I'm going to say Margot.
That's too PC, mate.
Well, I think she's brilliant. I love baby. I want a daughter, and that's the closest thing I got
You
to
want
it.
an Asian daughter, though, don't you?
No, that's Sean.
Now, Sean wants an Asian baby.
I just want a healthy one.
That's a good question. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the person it was Chelsea that asked the question.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I should like that answer then.
Answer. Do they listen to the podcast, her and Graham?
Graham does.
Because he wants to come on, doesn't he?
Well, I need to speak to him Saturday, but I don't think he listens to them all the time. He's at home a lot, really. He don't work a lot.
Well, we're only on our third episode, to be fair. Have you ever dreamt of shagging a bloke?
No.
Why do you think you're so obsessed with other men's dicks if you're not gay? That's a question from
Just
me.
find the size of it fascinating.
Fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah. Always have. I've got a mental photo album.
You've got like a mental library of everyone.
Yeah, I have.
Who's the most impressive dick you've ever seen?
In real life?
Yeah. Like in the show.
Gotta be. It's two people. I can't. It's Welshie and Coxie.
Yeah, two.
And I'd go Coxie just because he's got a decent body and Welshie looks like a foot. If I'm going to be fucking truthful, but yeah, Welshie's is impressive, and he's like 6'6", so or 6'5", and that's even more impressive because he's that tall and it's still impressive.
Yeah, big old dick, isn't it?
Yeah, should have been. What was the
Horrible.
least impressive?
Yeah, whose is the least impressive dick? Not
I
mine,
can't-
obviously.
I can't say because I got chinned, but
Now we want to know even
Well, it's
more.
not mine.
Nah.
Mine's bang average, mate.
no, not you. Well, you're not going to chin me, are you? Fucking
I'll
Mel.
batter you, mate.
No, I know there's a few people. Well, I'm not going. That's low. I'm not going to say that.
Well, we know it's not Stevie J. Who puts ice cubes up ladies' fannies?
Yeah, it's not.
For anyone that's
Steve
listening
Scott.
that is
Steve
single.
Scott.
Maybe you're not single. Maybe you want to cheat on your husband. I don't know. Last question, Lee. Last question. Do you eat ass or just vagina?
Just vagina.
Okay. Always get, people want to know that sort of shit. It's 2021, mate. You know, you go on Twitter, mate, and it's just pictures of birds with their assholes out. You know, times have changed.
Gross.
It is, mate. Times have changed. Like the youth of today, they're just.
That.
Well, like that video that you sent.
Oh, that, by the way, is your bedtime is set for 2040. Wind down is starting soon. So let's. No, and I'm
Fuck off!
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a Thursday.
Yeah, I know.
And it's your birthday tomorrow, so don't worry. We've got a couple of bottles of Gabby to get through.
6:30 wake up.
Well, turn that off.
I'm not good.
Because you haven't got work tomorrow.
That's it, done.
Might not make jiu-jitsu in the morning. I don't know yet.
Mate, he has written a question mark back after that again. He really wants to.
Alright, just say, will you send us a picture of your willy?
You know what fucking Willie is, Willie?
Of course he will. It's international
No,
fucking.
it's not.
What dick is?
No, what do they call it in America?
Penis?
No, yeah, just put penis.
Is he?
Cock, man.
He doesn't
I don't-
look like an American.
No, I think he's like Venezuelan.
Literally, pulled that out of the ether.
Last question. This is from Finn Bradley, who's going to get choked the fuck out in the morning if I get in my way. Would you rather piss yourself every time you left the house and nobody knew, or shit yourself every time you got home and everyone knew? So I'll read it.
No, you don't need to read it again.
Very easy.
First one, yeah, first
So you'd
one.
rather piss yourself every time you...
And no one knew.
Yeah.
Shit question, man.
Yeah, bless it. He's only young, Finn.
Yeah,
He's
he's such a
only young.
cunt. Go on. I'm only joking.
Nah, he's right. He
No,
fucking...
it does sound like
He got me with a choke last week. I'm
yeah,
not
good.
gonna forgive
I like
him
him
for it.
well, I'll take that back then, so I like that.
Right. Well, that was the questions. Have you got any questions you want to ask him, Steve? Now's your turn.
No, but mate, he has written back, love to suck dicks.
I knew
Bet
he
he
was
does.
good. I bet he does.
Surprise, surprise. Still
Humble
black.
smiley face.
Ask him if he'll send us a picture of his dick.
I've said that, and he's really not.
Let's have a look.
Desperate for a bit of dick,
Fucking
mate.
what a cunt.
Oh, Lee!
Oh, sorry,
You're just a moody fucker tonight. Ain't you? Some of your answers were quite good. Okay, so topical.
yeah.
First topic, I think is fucking COVID, as it is every
Yeah.
fucking week.
Awful.
We're obviously going to go into lockdown for Christmas, aren't we?
Well, I think we'll get Christmas Day out of the way and then I think we'll be back.
No, but I think they'll be like,
Yeah.
He sent a video.
no. Can I see it? Oh my god! It's fucking dick!
No fucking way. Has he really said that?
He sent a video of him sucking someone's dick.
Just to random podcasters. That is unbelievable.
Random, mate, this is Plimpton's Premier Podcast.
Yeah.
That
But
is
still,
a bit scary.
that takes some.
Steve, why have you got a boner?
Just don't look at me. That is fucked up.
I thought it was a good blowy.
No, it's
Wow.
not the same when they got a beard, is it? Looking up at you.
Can you save it to your camera or just ask him for a friend?
You can log in and see.
Just
that
ask
for
who you can
yourself.
do it from a different angle.
Big old dick, is he sending more, isn't he?
Oh, he's not.
Show me Mamil's cock.
Mate, just you don't want to see that,
Send
mate.
you a picture of Henry VIII. Fucking
Wow, that is
Mamils.
alright.
horrific.
Wow.
Whose phone was that on?
It's on our group. It's not on.
It's on that Mamil and
It's
Squatch.
on our Instagram.
On the man squad.
On the Mamil
No, he's put it on the. Oh yeah, but not. It's on the
No,
private
it's
thing.
not-
Yeah.
Private messaging,
Yeah,
he
that's
follows
good.
us.
There's some kids that follow as well.
Oh no, it's not.
Yeah, no, we won't show it anywhere.
I feel bad for this fucking Dylan or whatever he is from Ireland or wherever he is.
He's alright though, isn't he?
Fucking
Unless he started sending this dick pic. Mate, he didn't take much persuading, did he?
No.
Fair play.
I mean, you don't know if it's a real person, do you?
It actually is
Well,
the same bloke.
Link
I know,
so
but I don't know if you know.
Well, it's the same as his pictures on his profile.
It's vile.
Mate, random that is. But then the gay world is like that.
I think it's fucking brilliant. Fair play to him.
Yeah.
Someone's asked for a dick pic, and there you are looking up, sucking a
That's,
dick.
but I mean, let's get some contact. I know this is boring as fuck. At least, like, where's he from?
It's Colombia.
Well, you said Venezuela earlier.
Same shit. Let me see.
Right.
I think it's got a flag on his.
I reckon he's more like fucking Mexico or something.
Show me your mammal. Fucking hell. What's that? That's like Colombia, isn't it? His flag? Well, we've got Argentina, but he's a Disney fan, travel lover,
I'm a
experience
Disney
collector,
fan, but I don't send
world
dick fucking
citizen.
pics everywhere.
Yeah, but technically.
But that's another road we could go down. Walt Disney's supposed to be Peter Ring, isn't it? You might be part of it.
I think he's cute.
I mean, to be fair, he doesn't look, not stereotyping, but he doesn't look your obvious.
If I was going to Google gay Colombian, that's what I'd get. 100%.
Let's have a look.
Every time, mate.
Yeah.
Lovely, nice looking guy. Probably could do with a bit of testosterone just to bring his
I was
beard
going to
on
say,
there.
maybe he's transgender.
Nah, he doesn't mind someone with a beard.
But how do you know he's not transgender? You haven't seen his cock, have you? He's just been sucking somebody's cock. Why the fuck are we talking about this on my 40th birthday?
It is random. Well,
because I asked him for a dick pic and he sent it. Well, he didn't send a dick pic, he sent a video of him sending it.
Which is even
Rogan doesn't get that. Fuck Rogan. Rogan don't get that.
No, he's got decent content, that's why.
Well, we got decent content. Let's talk COVID. So
Yeah, let's talk about it. Fucking gut, I'll tell you. You have to pop a button on them. These mics need to go back further because I need to lean on the table sometimes.
what, due to weight issues?
Just
there you go. You might have
that wagon wheel almost killed me.
I don't think they call it a wagon wheel, mate.
No, they're called cartwheel.
It's quite funny, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it. It's very nice actually. It tastes exactly the same. Good chocolate.
Can't beat a bit of Aldi, can it?
Sorry, is that causing issues?
the lighting issues, yeah.
Oh, is it off my forehead?
Very shiny.
No, it's these bits on the side where you got no hair.
I need to comb it to the side like you.
You just directly right under that spot.
You go to decent
Yeah,
barbers,
well,
mate.
I'll tell you what you could do with. I was thinking this today. Change that to a dimmer if you can.
Yeah, we could do.
As long as they're dimmable.
So what have I got? 6 lights in there. Just turn it down a bit.
Just take it down. It'd be nice.
Yeah.
Because it is.
Or that would have been better one white rather than. I don't know. You could be able to change.
Or
Just flag me
have
out.
No,
standard
you might be able to
lamp
change
thing
it.
in the middle, like they do in the on the proper podcast, where it just glows.
Oh, what, those round circle ones?
Yeah, just like a. Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, that's things we can look at later
We
on.
can look at. Maybe a sponsor wants to donate it to us.
Yeah.
COVID.
Brutal. Well, we've already said it'd be worrying. Yeah. Oh, it is what it is.
Do you believe it is as bad as what the news?
Well,
is
the South African
This is what I was
doctor
just about to say.
come on the news and said it's not as bad as everyone's making out. It's 30% less harmful than the Delta
Original,
variant.
yeah.
But it just spreads faster. Now, I am double jabbed. You're double jabbed?
I'm double jumping.
You're double jabbed, yeah?
And if you had his way, you'd be triple jabbed. Mate, you can have his way though.
Repeatedly.
He would triple jab you as well.
Triple.
But this is what I can't get my head around, right? So, if you're double jabbed, you can catch the virus, correct?
If you're double jab, you can still catch it.
If you're double jabbed, you can pass on the virus, correct?
Yes.
So, if you were to go to a concert, for instance, if you show proof of vaccine, you can go in with no fucking test whatsoever. But if you're not double jabbed, you've got to show a negative lateral flow. But if you're double jabbed, you can still carry the virus. So you could be having no jabs, no symptoms, but have the virus and get denied. You could be double jabbed, have the virus, no symptoms, but be allowed in. That's wrong.
I thought the whole point of the jabs were how they sold it was that you were doing your you were doing your bit to stop
The spread.
the spread of it,
Yeah.
which actually all they're saying is you're less likely to get poorly from catching it, but you'll catch it all the same.
Yeah.
No,
So what's the fucking point?
Yeah, you're less likely to get hospitalised.
Yeah.
The actual
So
He
this
would have
time
been
round,
hospitalised anyway.
so this time round when they say you need the booster, when they say
Well, yeah.
it will stop the spread, well no it doesn't. But
It's-
then you'll get less. Well, that's my choice then. Whether it makes me really
And you know
poorly
what's
or whether
gonna
it doesn't
happen in a
make me really
minute?
poorly. Oh no, but it'd be the NHS that will suffer. Well,
People-
they're not at the moment, and yet it's supposed to be rife. So
Well, the NHS is always snowed under this time of year. Do you know an interesting fact, right? Every year, in the winter months to now, on average, 260 people die a day from the common flu.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't working at home. We weren't wearing fucking face masks. I refuse to wear a face mask in shops. I'm not doing it. I'm like, fucking, nah, not doing it. Got kicked out of the pet shop the other day.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, and fair play to them. They were like, "Oh, you need to wear a mask next time." I said, I won't wear a mask. And they were like, "Why not?" I said, "I refuse to." And they're like, "Why not?" I said, "I'm not a fucking idiot." And they're like, "Oh, can you just stand outside and shout your order in?"
Oh, really? They still serve you then?
It's turn down money, isn't it?
Yeah. I have been wearing one. I went into a petrol stations without one.
Do it.
I haven't been into Tesco's without one.
Believe it or not, Dan that come on the podcast isn't wearing one.
Yeah, weird.
That might surprise people.
Yeah, weird. Yeah. But it's mandatory in Tesco's.
I don't wear it.
But you
have you been in big Tesco's?
Not yet, but I'll go in without one, mate, and if they challenge me, I'll tell them fuck off.
Mate, like
I'll walk around Aldi without one.
All jokes aside though, everywhere says it's mandatory. I went in with my sister shopping with my brother-in-law last week or whatever it was when it's come in. And we were walking around every shop and no one could test it.
Well, I'll tell you, I went to Asda before, it was like the day before December, and I went into customer services.
So what, 30th of November?
You
could have just said that. I just said it like...
but they can be 30, well, I'm not very good.
Well, it's not 30th.
Well, I can't do the sum off the top of my head. Right?
It was day before December, it'd be 30th of November.
So anyway, so I went to customer services,
on the 30th of November.
And there was a guy that was doing the groceries, talking to this old bird that had a... So she was working customer services, she had a mask on, he didn't have a mask on. They stood right next to each other talking. I've rocked up without a mask. No, with a mask, I pulled the mask down to ask them the question. It's probably about this distance away.
Right.
Have you got any advent calendars? He was like, "Oh, you'll have to look at the ends of all the aisles. Really sorry, mate." And she was just giving me this dirty look. Couldn't understand why, because cunt's not wearing a mask.
Yeah.
As I walked off, she shouts across, but wait until I've walked away. "Please, sir, please pull up that mask." Hang on a minute, the guy fucking stood next to you, he's like 20 years old, isn't wearing a mask.
Yeah, but he's probably got some health condition.
No, he had no exempt thing on or anything.
Because I walk around
A little bit of me wanted to be very me and go over and say, explain to me why I've got to wear a mask, but that's...
I'm waiting for it. I walk around Aldi.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to...
And I know people... I'm happy for the confrontation because you're like, I'm double jabbed. I can still pass it on.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? There's a video going around the internet of a guy with the mask on. You know, like the fake fucking surgical ones. You what, sorry?
Got yogurt all over me when it fell out the fridge earlier. Just realised. Sorry, Pete.
The fridge. You just fucking dropped it while he was eating it. Yeah.
No, it's
the size of him.
No,
likes a yogurt.
Off the yogurt.
Have you ever seen that video? It's a video of a guy with a mask on, and he goes outside in the cold and he breathes, so you know, like you can see your breath. It just fucking comes out everywhere. And the thing I think that people forget is they wear them in surgeries. Right. Let's talk about.
Yeah, so you don't spit in people's.
Let's talk about surgeries, yeah. Because you're right. People do wear them when they're performing surgery. They also wear goggles or glasses. They wear an apron. They wear head gown. They wear gloves. They wear a mask. They are in a hyper clean environment, and they throw everything away as soon as they walk out.
Yeah.
So it's not comparable, because that mask that's hanging on your fucking rear view mirror or in your pocket is not clean. It's been used.
Yeah. And they're not worried about breathing into a wound or breathing something in. It's stopping
infection,
dribble, and you know when you talk, you don't need spitting into a wound.
In a hyper clean environment, they clean themselves like.
I mean, the mask, you can stick your fingers down there. It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any sense.
I bought like a fancy cloth one from Claudio Luigi, the guys that do Tyson Fury suits. Thought it was cool. Wore it for like a year. Didn't wash it once. The worst part of wearing a mask is when you can smell your own breath and you haven't brushed your teeth and you've had a coffee.
Yeah,
all they do is make sure the nose is really pinched.
You pin?
Their nose is really...
Yeah, but like I said, you've got holes fucking there.
Funny enough, my mum's friend had cancer back along, and I believe before COVID was a thing, and obviously at them their immune system's bad and everything. They went on about the mask. Mum was trying to steer to a warm mask, and even back then the nurse turned around and went, "That's pointless because you would have to throw away that every like 10 to 15 minutes
yeah, of course you would.
for it to be even valid for why you're wearing one." And like you just said then, we've got one that we've had for 6 months and never changed, but everyone's still find that that's really going to help.
Yeah, I don't get the whole mask thing. I'm walking around the shops. I'm waiting for someone to say something to me.
Yeah.
They don't. No one does. But it's just like I don't.
Probably because you do BJJ.
Well,
Yeah.
No, it helps.
Probably got that t-shirt on, yeah.
First time I've worn it in a while actually.
I just
actually pulled the tag off in the front.
probably wears his gi around Tesco's with sliders on.
Well,
Did you see that video I sent of matey that what's his name? James, is it James Smith that I sent you?
No, but
When
when
he was
on the
trying
street,
to getting mugged in the street and he basically took his thing off, put a mat down, would come
that was
on,
quite
lads.
funny.
It was a good little video. Didn't you see it?
Because you start.
Yeah, I saw you put it on. I just don't watch a lot of the videos you put on.
Shit.
No, I don't listen to it. Yeah. I ain't got time, mate. I'm busy. I'm
I'm not busy. You finished at 12
You're in
o'clock.
bed at 7 o'clock at night.
because I'm fucking busy.
You're in bed at
What did
7
you do
o'clock at
since
night.
12? Fuck all.
I didn't finish at 12 today. I finished.
You lying sack of
No,
shit.
I got home at about 1:45.
Got home at half.
Tidied the kitchen, had a shower, got excited about going con club, sat on the bed waiting for Sean.
What?
Sean came
Who
over.
here is going to have the booster?
I don't want it.
I'm not going to have it.
I don't feel the
Unless
need
it
for
stops me going on holiday.
Well, this is the thing. The only reason why I got the first.
But
one
then
was because
that
of-
is ridiculous because I regret having the initial ones because only on the purpose that
We're doing exactly what
you've got to have if you don't want the booster. I don't want the booster because I genuinely worry about what it is or not that it's something like
When you say
nefarious
that,
about it. It just the fact that like it just seems. I don't understand how you can have a flu jab, but we've had to have 3 of these bastards for something that's negligible, really.
99.7%.
Yeah.
100%.
No.
And then on the other hand,
So
but then from our
0.3%
point of view is if we're not
harm.
willing to have it, but we'll have it for to get on a flight, then why don't we just have it? See, I actually don't want it because I don't want it because I'm worried that it's.
I'm in the camp at the minute where I would rather catch it and just develop some antibodies.
I've tried. Like when Alex had it, I genuinely tried to catch it off of him. I could not
I
catch
don't
it.
understand how I haven't caught it.
We'll probably both be in A&E next week. Next to each other like Arnie and Sly. Just
Yeah. Fucking.
Just both overweight.
You son of a bitch. No, I'd rather catch it. I think it's better to get antibodies, don't you?
Yeah.
I'd rather catch it and survive it than keep pumping shit into my body.
Well, they have said like at the moment you.
Because
are
you don't be
still-
able to
Yeah,
be
but
ingesting stuff.
But
I
the
don't
problem
know.
is, right, so, say I caught it tomorrow, didn't have any ill side effects, but I had COVID, confirmed PCR test, yeah? They still want me to get the third jab,
Absolutely.
which makes no sense because
No,
my
which is
antibodies
really
are going to be better. They've proven that scientifically, that your antibodies from catching
And
it-
their argument for you having it isn't to stop it spreading, it's to stop because they've
You
already
from
said
being
it'll still
hospitalised.
spread. You from being hospitalised, you've just proven that
You're not
you
gonna be
don't.
hospitalised.
Well, you personally aren't going to be. No. So it's
you
fucking
might, because you wait. But
exactly. And my age.
I hit
Well, yeah,
40
it's
tomorrow.
all-
But also,
So
then it becomes a personal thing. So stop making people feel guilty for not wearing
Yeah.
masks and not having the jab and all this shit. And just if you don't want it, don't have
I
it.
love the way that
If you
everyone-
want it, fucking have it and stop yapping about it. And stop. I've said this before. When you have the jab, by all means, have the fucking jab. But I don't want to see the face that you had the fucking
I knew
jab.
that was
I
coming.
could not care fucking less. I don't post every night. I have a fucking melatonin injection and smile with my tan with a bottle of Accelerator. Just
You
go and
should.
do it.
You should.
And don't. It's nothing to be proud of.
What you saying when they put the circle on Facebook saying I'm just
Fuck off, innit? Just look. If it makes you feel better that you think you're saying something, that is great. But please don't keep putting it up because it's fucking getting on my tits. And the thing is, you're all fucking stupid because you'll have the third. I've gone off on one now.
no,
You'll have the third,
your episode.
and then 6 months later there'll be a fourth.
Yeah.
And
But then 2 months after that,
and it's if you don't think,
Every 6 months.
somebody's making money out of it. If you don't think they are,
And
then
do you
you're
know
fucking
what?
Stupid.
Do you know what? In 2010, 2010.
Promise you wouldn't do that today.
Yeah, I did promise that. If I knocked the camera off.
You're good.
Not as strong as done.
Well, it's because I'm natural.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Alex.
Baldwin?
No, what's he called? Alex. Crazy one. What's he called? Alex, the conspiracy theory guy. Alex.
Oh, the man. I love him.
Alex. Oh, how do you not remember his name? Alex. The crazy conspiracy theory guy. Alex. You know what? We know who we're talking about.
Yeah, Rogan.
Rogan loves him, yeah? In 2010, right?
Yeah, called this.
Do you want to see the video? I'll tell you what, I'll show you, because you won't be able to get it up on screen. Because you're not fucking good enough yet.
No.
I'm having to upset people there.
Alex Jones.
I do mean that. I don't want to see people getting a chuffy on because they went and had a fucking jab. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Right, look at this, right?
Alright, we did the auto, we did the coupe.
That's Call of Duty shit.
You hear it, sorry, because he talks like this! Rogan!
Is this it?
I've seen a lot of broken guns.
Fucking hell.
You gotta wait for it to load, don't you?
Yeah, shut up, Steve. I don't want to be a cunt.
This is quality entertainment, this.
This is dead air.
There you go.
Call it.
I mean, I'm not even worthy to be bringing you information this powerful.
This
And
is
I hope that you pay attention to what we cover
2010.
here minute by minute.
This is
Because
2010.
I've had chills since last night. It's just confirms
2010.
everything else we've already researched. A Rockefeller study envisions future dictatorship controlled by elite, millions being killed, mandatory quarantines, checkpoints, the end of the
Yeah,
family.
you have the listeners
I don't know if
out.
it's in the other documents, but this dovetails all the other Rockefeller Foundation documents about the GMO food to sterilize you and force vaccines and the hell we're already living in. This is going to continue to intensify until we take our governments back from these eugenics madmen. But that story is up on prisonplanet.com. The question is, will you have the courage to really do the research yourself? Because I don't want you to just sit here and hear me make these claims. I mean, I'm not even worthy to be bringing you
This
information.
Hang on. So he just basically said, for those that didn't get it,
2010.
in 2010, he said there will be a pandemic and you'll be required to take a vaccine, and that's how they're going to control it. In 2010, he said that.
And then people will go, well, they're not controlling us. If you don't think...
Well, hang on. He said in 2010 there'll be a pandemic and they'll give us a vaccine to control it. Now, which kind of brings us on to our next one. The one thing I would say about this COVID shit, which is annoying me at the minute, and people aren't holding them accountable, are the... And I'll try and get it for the next podcast, some... You know where they do these predictions and they go, oh, by April, 200,000 people a day will have COVID. Not a single prediction that they've made. I can't remember what they're fucking called now. Whatever, it's not COBRA, is it? It's not the Joint Scientific Committee, whoever. Every single prediction they've made has not been true. It's been wrong. So we're going into another lockdown. We're going to go into another lockdown, whether you fucking accept it or not.
But it won't be a lockdown, because you still have to go to work.
Yeah.
It's not a lockdown.
Well, no, what
You just can't see your
I'll
friends
still
and
be
have
able to
fun.
see 20 people a day, but I won't be able to see the people that...
The worst
I
thing
know.
I find with it now is the lockdowns now, when the trades that they're locking down are basically, like you say, it's entertainment and beauty. Like, so basically...
How long has this been going on for, Steve? Sorry.
59 minutes.
Alright. Won't be much longer, I promise.
Yeah, I know it's
He's
very long.
got to get to bed.
No, it's alright, at least we're talking about something.
Topical.
Say what you're going to say.
Yeah, like I said, like it comes down to every single trade, bar, anything to do with beauty or like a pub, restaurant thing, they still work.
Well, you can't have fun.
Yeah.
You can't have fun.
No, it's social.
Well, it's like-
They're
it's like-
stopping you doing stuff socially.
If you're going to go in a shop, wear a mask. If you're going to go in a pub, don't wear one. What's the fucking difference?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot different. There's more people in the pub.
We're more fun people in a pub.
Yeah, you walk on a building site full of hundreds of people, but you can't walk in a pub full of 50 people.
No, you can. There's
You
no
can.
masks in pubs. You
Yeah,
twat.
you don't have to wear
Supermarkets, you've got to wear a
I'm
mask.
saying if we went into like a lockdown,
Oh,
like they did
no,
before,
They
that's
can
what
do
we're
it.
talking about. We're talking about lockdown.
It'll go, get Christmas Day out of the way and then fuck you all. But to be fair, wait till January, because no one does anything in January. All we've got to do in January is celebrate Davi's birthday. As long as we celebrate Davi's birthday, it's fine.
You what?
Davi's birthday is January, isn't it?
Davy, yeah.
Yeah, of
And he
course.
always does something big for that.
So, that Alex Jones clip, right, that takes me into our last topic. I promise we won't be much longer. It's not 2 hours again. Around the same time as that was released, Alex Jones started talking about an island, about a paedophile ring, right, in Hollywood, around 2010, 2008, yeah? I'm not saying that Alex Jones is a god or anything, he says some really fucking weird shit, but he also says some really truthful shit.
He says some really weird shit that actually
It's come
happens
true.
to be true, yeah.
So he talks
Is he
about...
like The Simpsons, really, though, isn't he? Because he throws so much
Well, he's
out.
better than the Simpsons.
He just
right?
does research, which a lot of people would rather just take people's, listen to the people that they shouldn't be listening to.
Second-hand, yeah, third-hand information.
You okay? Kates?
Love you.
What's the Liverpool score?
Just go wrap your birthday present.
2-1 Newcastle. No, 2-1 Liverpool.
Good man. Cheers, bro. Oh, we don't want that. Alright, just shut the door. It's fine. It's fine. So, around that time, he talks about a paedophile ring, an island,
That's
and Hollywood. Right? People thought he was fucking
About
mad.
around the same time as Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody. Right? Bo Rap's a very different thing. So he's talking about that in 2008, 2010, whatever, yeah? Right? People think he's fucking mad.
Got in a lot of trouble for it.
Absolutely got in a hell of a lot of trouble for it, yeah? Now, Ghislaine Maxwell is on trial for...
Ghislaine, isn't it?
I thought it was Ghislaine.
I think it's Ghislaine.
Ghislaine,
French,
whose
isn't it?
dad
Anyway,
was
yeah.
Robert Maxwell, who owned a newspaper over here, who was once in the Mossad. Fucking hell. So she's on trial for sex trafficking. Her husband, were they married?
No, they weren't married.
Just partner,
She was
yeah?
actually secretary, yeah. She just basically...
So her partner was Jeffrey Epstein, who did not kill himself. I think that's fair to say, isn't it?
Suicided.
No, we've talked about... You've got Steve's dad, isn't he? Suicided. Which means he committed suicide, but he didn't. Someone killed him and made it look like suicide. Just for those newbies to the conspiracy world. Who the fuck let this wanker in?
Should we try and get him out?
Do you mind just dealing with that, please, Steve?
Dealing with this. What's the lead, mate?
Yeah. I love Pepe, but it's fucking wanker. He's not a shit dog. He's very
Right, yeah, not
beautiful
obedient, not
specimen.
obedient, yeah.
He's very disobedient. So that led to Ghislaine, whatever you want to call her, she's on trial. Firstly, how is she not dead already?
I'm surprised at that as well.
Have you noticed that no one's covering it?
Yeah, nobody keeps saying about that. I don't mean
There's
I'm
not
watching the news
getting
anyway.
any coverage at all.
It was weird. It was the same as like they did it with, who was it? I think Hillary Clinton had to testify.
Well, she didn't though, did she?
No, she did, but do you know they did it on the day that, do you know, when we had Black Lives Matter and everyone would black out the black pictures up?
She's only been in court for the 2 weeks, mate.
No, this was about something else. I can't remember what she had to give evidence on.
Probably her thing that she was supposed to have all these emails, wasn't it?
But they did exactly the same as what they're doing for this then, where they didn't cover it, but it was some fucking big conspiracy.
I mean, Hillary Clinton's probably worse than Jeffrey Epstein, and I know a lot of people would not like to hear that, but she's horrific. She is horrific. The biggest single contributor to her and Bill's foundation, so the Clinton Foundation.
Was Epstein?
No.
I thought Epstein was a massive...
No, he's not. Let me reword it. The single biggest contributor to her, the Clinton Foundation, which is meant to be about human rights and shit like that, is the Saudi Arabian government. I mean, how fucking hypocritical can that be? You can't have the Saudi Arabian government, who stone people to death still, as your biggest financial contributor to your charity.
No.
That's fucking bullshit. Anyway, so the only conspiracy that I've been able to garner from this whole Epstein-Maxwell thing, there's a couple of things. So there was a guy that used to work at Louis Vuitton that founded his own clothing brand called Off-White, which is a guy called Virgil. Have you heard of Off-White?
Yeah, Off-White.
They're the most expensive.
Yeah, you said about this when we were in...
so like
when we went to Turkey.
Off-White do like the very expensive clothes, but they do like collaborations with Nike. He was like super hot. Can't touch him, he's that hot. He was due to take the stand at the Maxwell case. The day before he's due to take the stand, he dies of cancer.
Yeah.
No one knew about it. Now, he's been linked, Jeffrey Epstein's been linked with Prince Andrew, President Clinton, like so many, Tom Hanks.
What's he called?
Gandhi.
No. Yeah, there's well.
He's had pictures of everyone.
Supposedly there's pictures of him. No, on the island. This is. I have seen a picture. It could have been doctored, so you'll be very careful what you say.
So there was.
I don't think he was alive still, Gandhi.
Tell us at this stage how many people.
Oh shit! That's not what I meant to do then.
Yeah, Gandhi's alive, I think. I think he's only like 30, isn't he? Just looks really old for his age. It's like Hezbollah.
Hezbollah.
No. The opposite of Hezbollah. Can't believe that cunt. I shouldn't say cunt.
You can say cunt if you want.
I'm not very drunk. 18, isn't he? What's up with that? Isn't he?
So, have you seen that? There's a latest artist impression of Giz, whatever you want to call it, smiling in court. Because, Prince Andrew's not been mentioned, but have you seen the artwork of Bill Clinton?
Yeah.
That is fucking weird. Well, stockings and suspenders.
It was supposed to have been a big fuck you, wasn't it? Epstein basically was like, fuck you, I've got so much shit on you that I can basically do whatever I want.
You used my private jet 24 times. We've been friends for how long? Hundreds of years, say. How many times have you used my car?
Yeah.
But you used his...
You mean to drive it?
Yeah. How many times have you driven my car?
He was just bringing them to the island, wasn't he? Yeah.
Clinton used his private jet 24 times without him in it. How many times have you used my car without me in it? What I'm saying, we're really close.
Yeah.
And you've not been in my car.
Oh no, I'm
trying to find there was
comparison, but
I thought it was quite a good comparison actually. No.
But you're right. It's blatantly obvious they were.
Well, it's actually a good comparison because realistically, cars are nowhere near more expensive than a fucking private jet, and he's letting them use the private jet.
Well, you'd think.
Well, what I'm saying is, if you've used someone's private jet 24 times, you know them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was my point. At what age did you receive your first hand job? It's just a question that's just come in now, 16 minutes ago. From a man or a woman, they're not fussed.
How old was I?
Yeah.
I don't know. 20 something. I'm not really going to go down that road.
He's still waiting on it, in all fairness.
Yeah.
Say 24?
Like 20s. I don't know. I don't know.
Nah, to be
Truthfully. Yeah. 20s. I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Late bloomer though, well, yeah.
Oh, definitely. He's only got sexy in the last 5 to 10 years.
Late bloomer. Really late bloomer.
Really? Beard looks sensational at the minute.
Those peptides are fucking working wonders.
Yeah, my feet are quite white.
But why is, going back to it, the Epstein case, like nothing's been said about it.
No, it's
weird.
Look, Tom Hanks, he's a nonce.
Yeah.
Nothing's been said about it. He's been associated with it. Bill Clinton, nonce associated with him. Like who? Everyone. Prince Andrew.
There's these people called the Finders. I just listened to a podcast on it. A whole
Go on.
podcast. Nah, it's really complicated. But anyway, it turned out it was just basically these children that were like. It was basically a huge sex trafficking thing.
With Epstein? Is this the Epstein?
No, nothing to do with Epstein. And the more this thing went on for fucking years, this case, and basically it was the CIA that were funding it.
No way.
Yeah, and it was the.
Can you elaborate?
I can't. It's super complicated.
Like our listeners are probably going, "Fuck."
It was a 4-hour. It was a 4-hour podcast about one thing, and it was so complicated.
Can you not condense it?
No, so basically, it was loads of stuff was disclosed, but it was only the stuff they wanted to disclose because it was all government based, and it's just basically children. It was just a sex trafficking ring, but everything was so the technology they had when these. It was the FBI or the CIA.
Right, so the Central Intelligence Agency deals with the, is it internal? And FBI deals with
Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Federal Bureau is the
Internal.
and
CIA.
So I think it was a
external.
journalist
Basically,
that dug up a load of the shit, traced it back to one of them, and basically the reason they had all this technology. So you need to listen to it. Go to Hollow Sky podcast and listen to the last.
So what's Hollow
3
Sky podcast then?
The podcasts I listen to all the time.
Do you pay them at all?
I cancelled my last subscription.
So you used to subscribe.
I used to subscribe to them, get the Patreon member to get the extra episodes, but I don't bother now.
We don't do that service, guys. Everything that we do is free.
Won't be though. So
No, we just want a.
no, I need to get out of my job. So
We just want a
start making
sponsor.
this
That's
a
all
bit-
we need. Like,
Yeah, no, a sponsor would be.
no
alright.
one big, just someone like Nike, someone like that.
Yeah.
Who's wearing like a Nike T-shirt or something.
Kanye West, what's he do? The
Yeezys.
Adidas,
Yeezys.
Yeezys.
And
Not a good idea.
comfortable shoe.
Ed Sheeran.
No, I don't want him as a
guitars.
sponsor.
Yeah, I like him, mate.
Do
And
you?
he's ginger
What's
like
your
you said.
favourite? Well, I'm blonde. What's your favourite Ed Sheeran song? Could you sing
Little
it
Lies, I
first?
love you. I love you.
Isn't that a Cornish folk
Yeah.
song?
I like.
Massive Ed Sheeran fan.
No, there's so many of them though.
No,
mate.
yeah, clearly.
I like
What,
Merry
Shady?
Christmas, the new one with Elton John.
Didn't he do that with Dua Lipa?
No, it's literally older.
It's
He's
Elton
just released it this year.
John. Yeah, it's a banger.
Well, you released it with Dua Lipa this year. I don't know who Dua Lipa is or what she is.
In all truth, I can't remember the name of the song, but I like the one where he dances with the woman.
Shady.
That is, yeah.
No, it's not Shape of You, it's a different one. It's a very nice song.
Yeah, there's
Hey, Steve,
so-
wait.
I'm
Steve, what is it?
just getting.
Keep going, eh? I know what you mean. Right, Sharon, top songs.
It's perfect, isn't it? No.
Is that it?
No.
This is awkward because we probably need the girls now.
No, I'll get it in a minute.
Own It, Shivers, Happier,
It was
River.
on his first album.
Just
wasn't
put Ed Sheeran dancing with girl video.
River, Merry Christmas, I Don't Care, The 18, Bad Habits, Supermarket.
Have you done what I've asked you to do?
Thinking Out Loud?
Thinking that might be.
Shouting.
And I can't sweep you off of your feet.
It's about when they get old and they still dance together. It's nice.
Will your mouth still remember the taste of my love?
Lovely that.
Will it?
Will your eyes still smile from your cheek? Darling, I will be loving you
It's lovely that.
till we're
I'll
70.
probably have had this as my wedding song instead of Buble if it was around at the time.
Aren't you and Sean going to renew your vows?
We'll see. I'd like to, yeah.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
I'd like
I said
to,
you were
yeah.
going to get your right arm tattooed as well.
I said I was going to finish this one as well. Said I was going to be 12 stone 4 by today for Tenerife, but I'm
What
5 stone 12.
What you were both
I've actually
feet
put
on
on
the
weight.
scales.
Put on weight since in the last 2 weeks, so probably upset. Yeah,
I think we're going to have to come back to the Maxwell case when Marcus is on, because nothing's really come out of it, is it?
Not yet.
It's
still,
really hard. Yeah, it's hard to get anything on it because they're not showing a damn thing.
I think the only thing that we can try and achieve before our
What
next...
I'd like to have a budget to put him in an outfit, like a disguise, get him over there, possibly put him in danger, and get him.
Yeah, but the Maxwell Epstein pedo ring's gone. You've missed that.
No, the court killer, get him in there.
So we'll let you. It's all
But
like...
that would be his job. He'd have to go like undercover. Like he'd have to come through a window or something. Like you know, like the cat burglars do, where they cut the glass out. It'd have to be a big hole. to Get him through. But
Cat burglars are normally slender.
yeah,
Fucking
Just
hell.
open the window up.
For those of you who
what
don't
are
know...
those fat cats called?
Tomcats, isn't it?
No, the big fat Persian, like the big fluffy fucking things.
The obese ones.
The ones with the scrunched up
Tomcats.
face. No, I can't remember what it's called.
No, for those of you...
Tomcat's just a male cat.
For those of you who have never seen Single Steve, I mean, you're missing out.
You should really be putting some pictures up of him. Because he's
Nah,
quite,
because
he's
it
quite
adds
the
to the
cat.
mystique, because there's probably women that are going, do you know what, I think I like Single Steve.
But like, his voice is nice, and then his face will be a letdown.
No, he's alright.
No, I'm not saying he will. I'm not.
He'll
I
put an
think he's
ice
good
cube up
looking.
your
I
thigh.
think he's good looking.
You will put an ice cube up your fanny. And would you finger the bumhole?
Oh, yeah, you got to like.
You just don't lick the arsehole, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't need to lick the asshole.
Do you use clear ice or do you do it like proper ice, or do you just get
Yeah,
it?
you can get your hands on in all fairness.
Yeah.
You don't see it enough.
So you don't boil the water before and try and make it.
That's what I was trying to get at.
You
That's
generally,
a different level, isn't it?
Yeah.
you do not see it long enough to worry about that.
There you go. We've all learned something today.
Every day's a school day, isn't it? I've learned that Jeffrey
It's not
Epstein
quite art
did
attack,
not
but-
kill himself. And
Oh yeah, Neil Buchanan's not Banksy. Oh,
Yeah.
back in the day. Which is a
Not-
shame because I love that bloke.
Well, Neil Buchanan or
Yeah.
Banksy?
Both of them.
No, Neil Buchanan is not Banksy. They've proved that, haven't they?
But if Neil Buchanan was Banksy, he's going to say that, isn't he?
Let's go back to the ice
Right.
cubes at the
Oh, this is
front.
cool.
No, you're not going to see him long because they're just going to.
What, like the ice cubes?
Yeah. I tell you what, you'd see him a lot less if they went up the arsehole because the arsehole's like a vacuum.
No,
So
I know that when I've been put a suppository that there for 3
But
weeks when I
if you
really
put
died.
I've put a suppository up there.
You know I have. I spent all of Twickenham doing it, didn't I? That's
One
why I
of the
missed half the
most
game.
scariest moments of my life was putting an anisole up my
Oh, I
arsehole.
quite enjoyed it.
I quite enjoyed it.
Well, I wasn't expecting it.
I used to
to
bite my bottom lip when I put one up.
Ooh, lovely. No, because you put it up your arsehole and then it's like, and you're like, it's like those fucking when you used to go
But
Specs.
sometimes when it pushes back on you, you really
No,
gotta
when you
force
used to
it.
go Specsavers and they put it in the little canister and they put your prescription in the hole. That's what I said.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Once it grasps hold of it.
Anyway, we digress. You're turning 40 tomorrow. Lee, happy birthday from
Thank you.
everyone here at the Mamil.
It's not been the birthday so far I wanted, but it's the birthday I got.
No, it's been shit.
Nice questions from everybody.
Yeah, really nice
Yeah.
questions. Really nice
Yeah.
questions.
Well, my brother didn't send one in, but he's not really
Uh,
interested. He don't really like this podcast. Said it's shit, but
Yeah, it's not really for him, is it? It's a bit too truthful.
well, he struggles with
Big words.
he struggles with things that anything. He don't like sci-fi film. He don't like conspiracies.
No.
Oh no, he does that. No, that's a lie. He does.
I
like
forgot to ask you
conspiracy.
one question. It comes from Smith. Do you mind if I read it?
Something about his
Oh,
mum.
Amesy 85 asked a question
When she asked that,
8 minutes ago. Why aren't the girls allowed in to listen? That didn't see that coming.
I struggle to talk on camera at the best of times. So
Yeah.
when we got people in here like Dan last week, I struggled until I got pissed out my head.
Yeah.
Hence why I'm not so pissed today.
Why do you think he was so red in the face?
Who? Dan? Yeah, your place is quite warm.
Yeah.
But
It was
it's
probably
enlarged heart, maybe?
Testosterone.
I don't
So
know.
this is from Smith. We'll end on this, yeah? Let's end on this, yeah? It's a lovely question. For anyone that doesn't know Smith, you can find him under Kelly's thumb down in Clinton.
Yeah.
He says, if you could change anything from your 40 years, what would it be? What a question from James Smith.
And do you know what? I'm going to be quite, be less aggressive and ruining a lot of, yeah. Truthfully, being a nicer person.
That's what you would be?
Yeah, if I could change anything, it would be I'd have smaller feet. So if I had two
Because you look
choices-
terrible in a pair of Air Force Ones.
Yeah, size 10 feet or 5'6", 5'7" bodies. Just
And a cock doesn't match your feet.
well,
It's all
I
good.
disagree. I think it's right.
You have a massive bell end, that's it. It's not long.
It's
Your cock is not long.
It's adequate.
Your cock is not long.
no one's disputing it's adequate. But
Stevie J's dick is longer.
No, it's fatter.
No, yours is fatter, his is longer.
No, it's not. His is fatter, mine is longer.
No, other way.
Anyway, but yeah, going back to it, I was trying to be like end on a poignant moment. You're talking about the size of my dick, but
Let's see what Rimuro has to say.
yeah, he'll take anything that chance. Yeah, it's just being a nicer person generally. Yeah, and maybe bringing ahead Charles Cross, getting them to get a blanket. That was annoying.
I think the older you get, the more you appreciate, or the more you wish you were a nicer person.
Yeah,
Like, I think it goes for everyone, doesn't it?
yeah,
I mean, Steve's is probably slightly different. It's like, maybe
yeah.
I
A
didn't
lot of
make everyone.
marriages.
Maybe I wish to make everyone go to Turkey for a 2-year marriage. Did it last 2 years?
yeah.
Not quite.
No, we did have our 2-year anniversary. 2.5 years ago.
No, it wasn't quite.
When you say it lasted, I mean.
No, at least you
Anyway.
ain't been ripped off.
Anyway.
You really need a.
I need to sort that out. This has been a good podcast. I've enjoyed that tonight.
Yeah.
Cameron, happy birthday tomorrow, mate.
Thank you, mate.
All the best, mate. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, Steve.
Cheers, Steve.
He ain't got one, he's not.
Anyone that wants to date Steve, just message the Mamil and Squatch Instagram account.
Mamil, whatever.
Is he? You're in it now. You've got the.
He can access that.
Yeah. So
He
yeah,
said, mate, your dick pic first.
Yeah, just tried him out.
Yeah. Probably shamed him.
But yeah, if you want a nice